Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about equivalent fractions. Remember, a fraction is a number that names a part of a whole or part of a group. The numerator tells you how many parts are being counted, and it's the top number, and our denominator is the total number of equal parts in the whole or in the group, and that's our bottom number. Equivalent fractions are two or more fractions that name the same amount, but they use different numbers. We can use a number line to help us find equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions name the same point on a number line. So if we look at our number line, the top is labeled by sixths, and the bottom is labeled in thirds. And so equivalent fractions are going to be at the same point. So I see 0.6 and 0.3 are at the same point. 2/6 and 1/3 are at the same point. 4/6 and 2/3 are at the same point. And 6/6 and 3/3 are at the same point. So these would all be equivalent fractions. They name the same point on a number line. 0.6 is equal to 0/3. 2/6 is equal to 1/3. 4/6 is equal to 2/3, and 6/6 is equal to 3/3. Those are four examples of equivalent fractions, two fractions that name the same amount. We can also use a fraction model to help us find equivalent fractions. Let's shade the model to show 1/4. That means we're going to shade in one of the four pieces. To find an equivalent fraction, I can divide my model. So I'm putting a line horizontally across the center. Now my model has been split into 8 pieces. And I can see that 2 pieces are shaded. So 1/4 is equal to 2/8. Let's try another one. Shade the model to show 2/3. So I'm going to shade in 2 of the 3 pieces. Then I can divide the pieces to find the equivalent fraction. So again, I draw a line horizontally across the middle. And now my model has been split into 6 pieces. And I can see that 4 of those pieces are shaded. So 2/3 is equal to 4/6. Turn your paper over and shade the models on your paper. Then divide the pieces to find the equivalent fraction, just like we just did. Pause the video while you work. And when you're done, press play so you can check your answers. Remember to shade in the given fraction first and then divide the model to find the equivalent fraction. Let's check. First, we shade in 3/4. Then we can divide the model into 8 pieces total. And I see that 6 of those pieces are shaded, so 3/4 is equal to 6/8. 1/2 is equal to how many fourths? I shade in 1/2. Then I divide my model to make fourths. And I can see that 2 pieces are now shaded, so 1/2 is equal to 2/4. 1/3 is equal to how many sixths? I shade in 1/3 of my model, then I divide it to make 6, and I can see that 2 are shaded, so 1/3 is equal to 2/6. And our last one, 1/2 is equal to how many eighths? I shade in 1/2, then I divide my model to make eighths. And I can see that 4 pieces are shaded, so 1/2 is equal to 4/8. Now you try. Answer the question on your paper. And remember, equivalent fractions represent the same amount of the whole, but use different numbers.